This Mega Man X6 TAS has X and Zero beating it at the same time with one controller. Now if you don't know, that means the inputs will be the exact same. There is basically one controller plugged into two different PlayStation 1, so as you can already see, the movement is going to be in sync, and it should be like that the entire time you watch this TAS, which is going to be incredibly impressive. Now you can see Zero uses Saber differently than when X does. I assume they have the Saber buttons mapped to the same key because X obviously has the Z Saber as like a different button than the shoot button, so I assume they map the controls in a way to where it's easier to make them in sync, but clearly they are in sync here and being played with one controller. Now, for those Mega Man X6 veterans out there, you're probably wondering, hey, how is Zero in the intro stage? Well, this is actually done with a mod. You're not supposed to have Zero in the intro stage, but whatever, you know, you gotta do something to get him to play at the same time. That's normally not possible. But yeah, anyway, if you want to know more information, the original video is, of course, linked down in the description below as always, and you can find out more information on tasvideos.org. But first, we have two different intro bosses to beat, except I say different. They're the same intro boss, but they're going to be beaten in different ways because one of them is going to be beat by Zero, and the other one by Mega Man X. So I wonder if we're going to see any desync here, since Mega Man X generally does it slower, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, Zero immediately destroys the intro boss while Mega Man X is still in there, you know, doing stuff. They don't have to be in sync anymore because Mega Man X is, well, not trapped in a cutscene. But yeah, this also, the category is 80% all stages. So let's move on to the actual game. It's funny to see the Zero virus help out Zero there. But whatever, let's get on to the game. And it looks like our first Maverick is going to be Rainy Turtleoid by both X and Zero. Zero is loading into the stage now, and X is a little bit behind, but I would be surprised if they get back in sync. But you never know. They're going to have to be doing stuff at the same time. Anyway, maybe Zero will stay in a text box slightly longer to let X keep up. But who knows? We have Zero going off screen up there to destroy something, it looks like. Now X is on the left. It's going to be hard for me to keep up with both games, by the way, so I apologize in advance if my commentary can't mention every individual detail, but, you know, I'll try my best. Okay, Zero right now is just doing stuff to help Mega Man X catch up. I assume it's going to be more impressive if they're in sync, and also a lot easier for them to go if they're in sync. Okay, here they are. They are back in sync, and I know the bitrate is very low right now with the rain on the screen and the screen very small. I know this setup's also weird, but this video was formatted weird. I tried to fix the video setup as best I could, but this is as good as we can do. And okay, they are officially in sync almost to the pixel, if not exactly to the pixel. So this is great to see. I love this. And okay, we see Zero shoot at the same time that Mega Man X uses the Z Saber, so it doesn't look like they changed any of the controls to be like Mega Man X's Z Saber is the same as Zero's regular attack, because normally Zero's Y button or whatever, the triangle button would be the shoot, and Mega Man's triangle button would be the Z Saber, but it doesn't look like they change anything. But that just makes this run even more impressive to me. So they destroy another weather node. We continue on in the rain. I assume we don't actually have to unlock Zero here, but we go through the portal anyway. I'm not... I don't know why we would unlock Zero. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some Reploids here that they're worth picking up. Like, I know one of them makes your dash faster or longer or something, and maybe one of them does something else. Because every time you save one of these Reploids, they give you some benefits. So I would assume that's why we're going here and not just for saving Zero, but who knows? I know that Mega Man X is not going to switch to Zero at any point because that is the entire purpose. But speaking of Mega Man X playing by itself, there's also a task category of Mega Man X only getting 100% of all the items. So if that's something you want to see, please leave a comment down below and we will check that out. But it is insane to see that they are still in sync. They are like, I mean, obviously it's one controller, obviously it's TAS, whatever. But look, they're going in the door at the same time. This is absurd. All right, so what, are we going to fight Zero now? What's the deal here? Like, I don't think this is high max, is it? That'd be absurd. This is 80% all stages, so there's no reason. Okay, they're both fighting Zero. Why not? Why not fight Zero, right? I don't know the point of this, but, okay, now they're doing different strategies to kill the boss. That's interesting. Zero can obviously STC at any time and just destroy him, but they still die at relatively the same time, so good job, X and Zero. And next up, it looks like we have Infinity Majinion stage. Here they spawn in. Now, aside from the loading screens messing them up a little bit, I mean, they're practically still exactly in sync. Zero's about, like, a fifth of a second behind or something like that, but the loading screens I've noticed are not the same in between my cuts I'm doing on the video. But again, if you want to watch the full video for yourself, that's always linked down below in the description, so go check it out. I highly encourage you to learn about the TAS authors. And here we go, we're fighting the first mini boss. I wonder if they'll get in sync here. Nope, now Zero is ahead, killing the mini boss first and waiting on Mega Man X. How polite of Zero right there. Oh, I guess these jumps will be pretty difficult to do if they weren't in sync. That's fair. Again, this is one controller. I know you guys know that, but like, It blows my mind there's so many runs where, like, with one controller, multiple things are happening at the same time. There is a run like that in Classic Mega Man where I believe 3, 4, 5, and 6 are done at the same time with one NES controller, which would be very cool to see. If you guys want to see that, let me know, and we'll go back and watch that one after we watch, like, the Mega Man 8 X8 stuff, so just let me know. But yeah, it looks like we've gotten to the boss. And there's Infinity Maginian. He talked to Zero a little bit longer, so Zero is slightly behind, but I'm sure that will not be a problem for Zero, because Zero tends to kill bosses a lot faster than Mega Man X, but I guess we'll see. Zero's already taken the lead back, so not much to see. Zero has killed Infinity Maginian. Mega Man X is finishing things up, having a little bit of trouble getting hit by those bubbles. And there he goes. Infinity Maginian has died twice. Now it's time for Shield Sheldon. They both spawn in at the exact same time, ready to take on one of the easiest stages, if not the easiest stage in this entire game. And you know, again, I said the video is a little bit hard to keep up with, but so is the audio, actually. The audio, hearing both of them play at the same time, I'm mostly focusing on Zero's gameplay, I'm not going to lie, but I'll try my best to focus on both. But again, cut me a little bit of slack if my commentary is not the best on here, because it's a lot to keep up with, you know. It's only 2 games, you know, there are tasks with 3 games, there are tasks with 4 games, like we just said, but I mean, this is already hard, guys. And Mega Man X has gone ahead of Zero here, probably because Zero can kill Infinity Maginian a lot faster than Mega Man X, but I guess we're going to have to see. And Shield Sheldon is about to fight Mega Man X. Their fight has begun with Zero only a little bit behind, and Mega Man X already using the charge shot attack with that Falcon armor. But Zero's already killed Infinity Maginian. Shield Sheldon, I didn't even look. They're both dead. That was still an impressively fast fight, so good job to both X and Zero. Next up, we have Commander Yamark, and Zero spawns in first, this time getting a slight head start from Mega Man X, but he, of course, dilly-dallies a little bit, waiting for Mega Man X to catch up, and we continue on with the stage. Again, I'm still a little confused on why we had to save Zero from Rainy Turtleoid stage, but I assume it has to do with collecting some of those Reploids, but who knows? There's probably some details I'm not aware of, and they both have the same nightmare effect, which makes it hard for us to see what's going on, but it's not like it's easy to keep up with them anyway, so whatever. They're almost at the end of the stage. This stage is always impressive to see in any task, let alone at the same time with one controller. My goodness gracious! Battle begins for both of them. Here they go. Zero is using the ultimate attack, Mega Man X is using something that looks like an ultimate attack, and Zero SDCs to finish almost at the exact same time as Mega Man X, once again killing Commander Yamark at the same time. And it's time to return to Rainy Turtleoid stage. And here we are at Rainy Turtleoid once again. Now this time we probably are not going to be saving Zero, considering we already did, but I also would have said that the first time because, well, Zero has the Zero from the beginning hack, and Mega Man X is not going to be using Zero at any point during this run, so I won't harp on that for too long. I'm just saying that so somebody in the comment sections can tell me why that happened, because I know somebody knows. I know one of you guys down there in the comment section knows why they did that, so feel free to tell me. I would like to know. And oh my gosh, it's just so satisfying seeing them do the exact same jumps at the exact same time. I mean, I know it's on one controller, and like, we watched the Mega Man X 1 through 3 tasks done on one controller, and you know, they would desync sometimes. They literally can't be on the same level because it's different games, but still, this is absurdity. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as me. Goodness gracious. Makes me want to try something like this. Now, I wouldn't be able to do it, I'll go ahead and let you know, but X and Zero certainly are able to beat Rainy Turtleoid stage. And the battle begins. Zero is slightly ahead, and Zero could just end the battle immediately with some SDC, but I assume we're going to let Zero lollygag a little bit to let X catch up. And actually, no. Mega Man X could not fully do the SDC the same way Zero could, because Mega Man X is incapable of doing so. So Mega Man X is actually lulling behind a little bit, but with 2 more attacks, Rainy Turtleoid is defeated by the both of them. And now it's time for Metal Shark Players stage. If you're wondering how they get back in sync after being out of sync at the end of a stage, it's because, like, if Zero's ahead, Zero waits a little bit in the stage selection screen before picking the stage. So they tend to start most of the stages around the same time, but the loading screens are also not exactly the same, so sometimes Zero will load longer or shorter than Mega Man X, so they can't be completely in sync from the beginning, but they're just so you know, they're waiting in the stage select screen a little bit to re-sync up the games. But here we go again in an auto-scroller. This should be one of the easiest ones to sync, but I mean, even with different enemy movements, this should be pretty difficult, you know, at least for a regular player. Mega Man X looked like it was getting a little bit ahead, but now they're exactly at the same spot once again in sync. Mega Man X has Commander Yamark shield out, and Zero does not, because I don't know why. And we're going the secret way. This isn't the secret way. The secret way, I don't know why. Every time I see a teleporter in Mega Man X6, I always assume it's like, okay, this is the secret way. You're going to fight Zero. You're going to fight, you know, Hymax or whoever. But so in some of the stages, specifically this one and the gate stages, sometimes the portal is just the right way to go. It's a little confusing, but whatever. I'm not going to complain. Anyway, we continue again. This is an auto-scroller, so there's not much to say other than, once again, being impressed by how in sync this is. But, again, you know, whatever. Zero was wall jumping off of spikes right there, barely sliding under those. Impressive by both of them to do that. Looks like Zero did the Insuizon glitch. Mega Man X, I'm pretty sure, is incapable of doing that. So, yeah, Zero is completely invincible. That's probably why Mega Man X has the Commander Yamark shield out to block some attacks that Zero is literally invincible to. But now we have a mini-boss. How is this going to go? Mega Man X uses Shield, Sheldon's weapon, which is one of the worst weapons in the game, but I can see why it would be useful here since you can shoot a lot of bullets into the center at once, while Zero just uses his Z-Saber, which also does a lot of damage. So, yeah, both of the mini-bosses are destroyed, and that should be the very end of the stage as they both go into the boss corridor to fight Metal Shark Player. And the battle begins on X's end. How is this going to go? He's using the charge shot as normal. Zero can SDC at any point. We've seen this fight by Zero many times, and Zero just destroys Metal Shark Player. So, yeah, we're waiting around, and there they go. They're both destroyed. Zero is just waiting for his friend Mega Man X there to catch up, and Metal Shark Player is dead. And now it's time for Blaze Heatnix's stage. And here they are. Now, since both of these stages have half a dozen donuts, we're going to get a full pack of donuts here from Blaze Heatnix. And, you know, I like donuts as much as the next guy. Really, I don't anymore because I have tummy aches all the time and it makes me not want to eat donuts, but personal issues aside with donuts, this stage made me hate donuts far before I had any type of tummy ache. I used to love donuts. It was like one of the best things to eat. I mean, who doesn't like donuts if you're able to eat them without pain and a tummy ache? But Blaze Heatnix, you ever play this stage, really quickly you start hating donuts, and I'm sure I'm not the only one because this is our second donut here and I'm already sick of them. You know, normally you eat 2 donuts and you're like, man, I probably couldn't eat a third. Maybe I'll try. You eat a third donut and you're like, I'm sick. I don't ever want to eat donuts again. Then a week later you eat donuts. That's human nature, you know? But with Blaze Heatnix's stage, you got to eat a whole dozen with X and Zero teaming up right here. You know, at least they have a team, 6 donuts each, really 5 donuts each because, as someone in the comment section pointed out, there is 3A and 3B at this path right here that just branched out. But in the stage, there's a dozen donuts in total. We're going to be eating 10 of them. X and Zero are going to eat 5 each. And now we get the purple fire lava donut. One of the worst flavors of donuts I've ever seen in my entire life, which should be killed very fast. Normally, Zero... Okay, there's a Giga attack. I guess once again, Zero's waiting for Mega Man X. Mega Man X is using Metal Shark Player's charge shot weapon, which is a really good... Oh my... Look at this sync. Let me shut up for a second. Let's just appreciate this. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Like I was saying, Metal Shark Player's charge shot weapon is very good against the donuts, but that was beautiful to see them climb up the thing like that. My goodness. And they killed the other donut again. Is that the last one, or do we have one more? It's hard to tell with this stage. I guess we never know. Which is it? Is this a donut? No, this looks like Blaze Heatnix. Let's see how the fight's gonna go. And here he is. They started at the exact same time. And this is the one boss Zero cannot SDC, but the lava comes from the ceiling this time. This is the first time we've seen the RNG manipulation cause the lava to come from the ceiling instead of the floor. And I assume that's because that helps both Mega Man X and Zero in the long run, while most of the time Zero's the one killing the bosses. So if we ever watch that Mega Man X only 100% run, we might see the lava come from the ceiling again. But again, I'm not going to watch that unless you guys want to see it. But Blaze Heatnix is dead. And now it's time for Blizzard Wolfang. And here we go. Mega Man X is slightly ahead, but now they're immediately back in sync. Now, Zero normally can do the Insuizon here and take advantage of the slow mechanics, but I'm curious to see what Mega Man X is going to do here, because Mega Man X has no such luxury to become invincible. Mega Man X is just damage boosting. They're doing the same strats, but Mega Man X is just toughing it out. Oh my goodness, that is not what I expected to happen. And as you can see, the fireballs are spawning in different places for both of them, which is how you know you can't fully manipulate the RNG to be perfect, and there are some random elements, which makes doing this with one controller incredibly hard. So, I'm sure you guys understand that it's hard to do with one controller. Like, it's 2 different characters. This might be the same game, but I mean, come on. It's different RNG. Even if you did the same character with one controller in real life, like if your name is not TAS and you tried this, it's still not any easier. Like, just with RNG alone, like, come on. Now, Zero's waiting for Mega Man X, of course. Mega Man X cannot double jump, but is instead using the flame weapon to quickly get past these cubes. Wow, that is impressive. Using the flame weapon and dashing to stay in the air long enough to get through there. And oh my gosh, Zero's just waiting in the boss room so they can start at the exact same time. What good friends. And the battle begins. Here we go. Once again, this is the boss that Zero could SDC Saber Dash cancel pretty much immediately, but he's going to wait for his friend Mega Man X, who doesn't leave him completely in the dust. And because for us viewers, that's more entertaining to see them kill Blizzard Wolfang at the same time, which is exactly what happened. Blizzard Wolfang is dead. Now it's time for Ground Scarvage. Now I'm very curious to see here if we're going to see the totem pole skip, because I know Mega Man X was able to do that, but I haven't seen Zero Zero do that? And it looks like Zero cannot do that, but Mega Man X is doing the totem pole skip. So I guess Zero is just going to use his superior movement skills to get through these stages normally, while Mega Man X is going to be doing the totem pole skip because Mega Man X would be holding Zero back. So that's very interesting. Mega Man X is just skipping through the totems while Zero is, you know, just actually... Wait, where are the... Zero did some kind of cutscene skip there to get through. I've never seen that. I was wondering... Oh my... Zero broke the game! Zero broke the game! Somehow by activating that cutscene with Alia, Zero was able to despawn the totem poles, and now the graphics are destroyed. This is looking like a Rockman and Forte TAS. Goodness me! And Ground Scaravich is dead. That... As usual, when it comes to Mega Man X6, Ground Scaravich has the most impressive stage. That was amazing. Now it's time to start the gate stages, and luckily the graphics are still not glitched. I say luckily because you never know. In Rockman and Forte, you messed up the graphics a little bit, and they stay glitched for the entire game, but it would be cool to see some glitched graphics on Zero's end, but, you know, whatever. It's still cool to see. I appreciate this. Anyway, switching to a weapon, Zero could just double jump up there, but we're switching for Mega Man X's sake, I assume, because Mega Man X has a lot of trouble getting through this gate stage. You literally have to do all of these wall jumps off of ice. Like, yeah, if you've ever played Mega Man X6, you're supposed to get the Shadow Armor or just use Zero if you're going to play as. If you're not going to play as Mega Man, you use Zero or the Shadow Armor because Shadow Armor allows you to be invisible from spikes, but there are some ways around it. Now, those ways around it are clearly pretty tricky. And it looks like Mega Man X is also invincible or dodging very quickly. I mean, Zero clearly did the Insuizan glitch, but it looked like Mega Man X was invincible there too, which is absurd. I have no idea what kind of glitch makes Mega Man X invincible. Maybe I was mistaken and Mega Man X was just dodging everything pretty much perfectly, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there, folks. I'm not going to lie, but here we have two long cutscenes, and they're exactly in sync. Look at those flames rise at the exact same time. That is crazy. And that's fun to see. Look at that. You can see across the screens the flames are at the exact same height. They are perfectly in sync in the gate stages. This is amazing, guys. I know I keep saying that and I sound like a broken record here, but I mean, come on. You guys like this too, don't you? Goodness me. Now we're getting towards the end of the stage and they're just having some fun right here because this is an auto scroller. You just wait for the lava. I'm not sure what the challenge is here even for casual players because I mean, just don't fall in the lava. It's pretty slow. It doesn't move very fast, but you know, for TAS just like to have fun. The minute TAS is able to get out of here, they're going to be up there. Yep, here we go. One more platform to get up, and there they are. They made it to the end. They're not even really on the screen, but they hit the boss door, so it automatically gets them out of there. And we're going to start the fight. And now we have one of the worst castle bosses in all of Mega Man X history. Now, I was going to say Mega Man X6 history, but we'll save that for my video on the worst boss from every Mega Man X game, because those will come soon. I know some of you guys have been asking, where's the original content? I'm tired of watching TASes. And you know what? It's coming soon. I didn't plan to do this many TASes, but a lot of people really enjoyed watching these TAS runs, so I didn't want to stop, you know? Sometimes you just gotta listen to your commenters. I like to joke around with you guys and say everyone in the comment section disagrees is dumb, but I'm never serious, guys. Come on. You guys are cool. Anyway, the Nightmare Devil has died. Good riddance. I hate that guy. And here we are in Gate Stage 2. Once again, having fun on these ropes here with this vertical movement, and once again in sync. This is one of the more boring stages to watch, but they're still doing some impressive things. Barely jumping over those spark balls, destroying the enemies coming in the way, destroying that totem pole, dodging the nightmare enemies. I mean, this is... When you see a TAS, you look at it and you're like, oh, this is impressive. This is done really fast. But there's so many little details. It just makes each and every individual task, like, infinitely more impressive when you understand even a little bit about the game. Like, I've never speedran Mega Man X6, but I've seen a lot of speedruns. I've played Mega Man X6 a litany of times, more times than any human being probably should, and it's just still impressive. I hope you guys are as impressed by this too. And of course, they both do the damage boost to do the sequence break in order to get to the end of the stage even faster. And here we are already. It's time to fight High Max. How is this going to go? High Max brings out a shield. At some point, he's going to bring out some blue balls. Zero destroyed the shield immediately using that glitch, using Infinity Machinian's shield weapon. And it looks... Oh, wow. High Max is already shooting blue balls at Mega Man X. Now High Max is shooting his big blue balls at Zero. And they're both battling out to the death. Mega Man X looks like a Toho game over there with all those blue balls hitting at him. And Zero is just going ham. He's going bananas, nuts even. Whatever you want to call it. Mega Man X uses a Giga Attack. Zero uses a Saber. And they both die at the same time. High Max has been destroyed in synchronization. Crazy stuff here, gamers. Here we go. Time for Gate Stage 3 or Gate Stage 2, Part 2, whatever you want to call it. This is the stage you're going to want to have your Commander Yalmark weapon on pretty much at all times, especially if you're playing casually, because there are a lot of pits you're going to have to jump over and a lot of enemies that are going to try to knock you into those pits. Now, Mega Man X has made it ahead a good bit, it looks like, because Mega Man X did start the stage first, but it looks like he waited for Zero. Did they go different paths? Oh no, this stage is different for both of them, isn't it? I forgot about that. Okay. I'm used to seeing Mega Man X's, not in the TAS's, but in general. So yeah, this is the one I recognize. Mega Man X, you definitely want to have the Commander Yarmark option. And the part Zero is that too. You want to have Commander Yarmark's weapon here, because with those birds, they're going to try to knock you into those holes, and that ain't good. And Mega Man X has already made it to the end of the stage. Zero hits the teleporter, starts going all the way to the end. Once again, more birds, and now Zero hits the end of the stage. But Mega Man X is already getting to the boss. Who could this be? I can tell you who it is. Spoiler alert. It's going to be Gate. The lights went off. Never good. Mega Man X is in the lead here. And since we have no stage select anymore, we aren't going to be having any resyncs other than one of the characters lollygagging at the beginning. Now, Mega Man X is already hitting Gate in the balls. That is exactly how you're supposed to beat Gate. And I wonder if Mega Man X is going to do it any slower than Zero. I kind of doubt it, because I don't think there's any faster way to beat Gate other than hitting him in the balls. Now, with Zero, you can do the Insuizan glitch like that, and you can hit the balls a little bit earlier than Mega Man X by damage boosting or, hitting Gate where you shouldn't be able to hit him in the balls, but it doesn't look like Zero is catching up very quickly to Mega Man X in this Gate fight. Now, again, both of them are hitting Gate in the balls repeatedly. Gate is not having a good time on either screen, but it seems like Mega Man X is going to come out ahead of this. And, yeah, I mean, there's not much Zero can really do to catch up unless Mega Man X lollygags a little bit and allows Zero to catch up, but he doesn't do it. He kills Gate. He hit him in the balls so many times that Gate died. And now Zero hit Gate in the balls one last time to finish Gate off. And now Gate is dead twice. All of his balls have been hit. Mega Man X is already loading into Gate Stage 4. And we're going to be seeing the refights here coming up shortly, which I assume is why Mega Man X is going ahead and getting a head start. Because Mega Man X, if you guys don't know, Mega Man X kills these bosses a good bit slower than Zero. And as Mega Man X enters the first boss room, Zero has to catch up and get over to the refight stages. Now, how is this going to go? Zero goes to the same boss as Mega Man X, it appears. And, but I guess we'll see. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. We see Infinity Machine on X's screen, and I believe this is going to be Infinity Machine on Zero's screen as well. But X, once again, has a head start. And he's fighting Infinity Machine as we speak. There he goes. He's already taken him down. Now, Zero did kill Infinity Machine faster than Mega Man X, but again, don't forget, they are using one controller here, so it's not like this is a speed run race where Zero can just catch up by doing something. And Infinity Machine is dead again by Mega Man X. And what's going to happen on Zero's end? Is he going to kill Infinity Machinian? He does! Infinity Machinian is dead again! Mega Man X is now fighting Shield Sheldon. This should be a pretty easy fight for both of them. Zero should be able to kill him a lot faster than Mega Man X, so maybe here's where Zero will catch up, but Zero is still a good bit behind. I mean, Infinity Machinian... I always call him that. Shield Sheldon, okay. Zero caught up pretty quickly using the Saber Dash cancel there, and Shield Sheldon is dead again. Now it's time for Rainy Turtleoid, this big old guy. Mega Man X is using the Z Saber here. And Zero is doing nothing. Zero's not doing very much at all. He's just shooting. And now Zero killed him because Zero kills these bosses so much faster. And Rainy Turtleoid is dead. Again, now it's time for the Ground Scarvage battle. I hate this guy. Mega Man X killed him immediately. And Zero killed him pretty much just as quickly, actually. Maybe even a little bit slower. So Ground Scarvage is dead again. And it's time for the Metal Shark player battle. Maybe Zero will catch up a little bit here because Mega Man X is already doing it a little bit slow. But again, it's one controller, so Zero is really helping Mega Man X out in this fight, and he does the SDC in there, almost back in sync. Metal Shark player has died. Again, and here's Blaze Heatnix. Mega Man X still has a 1 second head start, it looks like. And we get the different RNGs. Mega Man X gets the lava coming from the top of the screen, helping Mega Man X get a further lead against Zero, while Zero gets the lava coming from the bottom of the screen, killing Blaze Heatnix in the faster way for Zero. And Blaze Heatnix has indeed died. Again, and now it's time for the Blizzard Wolfang battle. Mega Man X has a bigger lead than before, but once again, this is a boss Zero can kill pretty quickly if Zero wants to. Like, Zero's in the lead. Zero's in the lead. Zero caught up to Mega Man X already. Oh my gosh, Blizzard Wolfang is dead again. And here we have Commander Yarmark. Now, Zero's using the ultimate attack here, probably to let X get a little bit of a lead, because during this animation, you can press any buttons and you can't cancel it, so that gives Mega Man X time to, catch up. And they get killed at the exact same time. Commander Yarmark is dead, and they are perfectly in sync again. Now, Mega Man X spawned in first, but they have beat all of the refights, and they are continuing on to the Sigma Stage 4. Maybe this is Sigma Stage 5 at this point. Who knows? Or Gate Stage. Dang it. I spoiled the game again. Okay, I'll admit it. Sigma was behind it all along. And they get to the corridor. What's going to happen here, fellas? What's going to happen here? We know it's Sigma. And we probably, if you guys have seen the other tasks, let me drop the act. We've reacted to a few of these tasks so far, and Sigma is going to be cosplaying as a hobo. There he is. He's cosplaying as a hobo. I don't know why, but he is. He is Hobo Sigma. You know, Pickle Rick, this is Hobo Sigma. And Sigma's barfing on Mega Man X. That's just gross. Mega Man X, you gotta go to the hospital. You got barfed on by a hobo. Yuck. Zero is now once again in the lead. Mega Man X got there first, but Zero has the SDC and Mega Man X does not. Mega Man X does have a Saber, but somehow he doesn't have the Saber Dash cancel. I don't know why they were programmed in such a way, but Zero has taken the lead, and I wonder if they're going to finish the game in sync. Now, when we watched the Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3, Mega Man X1, X2, and X3 TAS at the same time, they finished in sync. So will Zero kill C-3PO Sigma at the exact same time as Mega Man X? It looks like Zero is lollygagging. We might see a simultaneous kill here, or a three-way tie, or two-way tie like Cars 1, the Disney Pixar movie. You guys have seen Cars, right? And oh my gosh, Zero's pretty much... Zero killed him first! Zero finished the game first! Mega Man X is still behind! And Mega Man X also killed Sigma. C-3PO Sigma has been destroyed by both of them, and Zero won the race overall. This is incredible, and the game is over. They both killed Sigma. Oh my goodness, is there going to be a loading screen or a cutscene that makes up for the time that Zero finished ahead of time? I don't know. We're going to have to see. Let's wait around for a little bit longer. Zero does have a long victory animation, but so does Mega Man X. Zero's out of there. Mega Man X's was maybe a little bit shorter. Zero seems to be like a second and a half ahead, maybe. We'll see. Zero has a different cutscene, though, of course. And Zero's not skipping it. There's the loading screen show up at the same time. Are they in sync? Will they get to the credits in sync? Oh my goodness. The credits showed up at the exact same time. Let's wait a little bit so we can see for sure. The music is louder than ever. Oh my gosh. Perfectly in sync. Perfect harmony here, gamers. What a run that was. That was one of the most enjoyable TASes I've watched in a very long time. Part of that is because I love watching Mega Man X6 TASes, and the other part of that is because this was just amazing. It was super impressive. There was perfect harmony. They were in sync for pretty much the entire time. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys enjoyed this, right? Even if you don't play Mega Man X6, you can't appreciate the little details that make this TAS so amazing. I hope you can at least appreciate both of these gameplays being done with one set of inputs, so one controller plugged into two different PlayStation 1s. I mean, that is completely insane. But anyway, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I certainly did. This was a doozy for me, to say the least. And in the next video, if you guys want to see it, maybe we'll take a look at the Mega Man X6 X only 100% TAS, but that's up to you guys. Now, I've done some research. There are no Mega Man X7 TASes, sadly, but we can take a look at the world record for 80% and 100% and go from there. We can either do that first, or we can take a look at the Mega Man X6 Mega Man doing 100%, so it's up to you guys. Leave a comment down below which one you want to see next, Mega Man X7 or Mega Man X6 again? I had to say it. I mean, it's up to you guys. Anyway, that's all for this video, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. What's today? Wednesday?